Welcome back to your live continuing coverage of CES 2018. Thanks so much for joining us on BeTerrific, an official media partner of CES. We're here live at the Las Vegas Convention Center, high atop Central Hall, and I've got Tinkamo on. Jam is joining us. These are toys that have been described as smart Legos, or toys you tinker with. That's how you came up with the name Tinkamo. I want to see all about it, find out all about it, but it's really about learning and AI and learning to code for children, right?
Yes. So I would like to tell you a story behind.
I would love to hear that.
Yeah. When my son was very little, only 1 year old, and he cannot even talk, but he can also swipe through the cover flow of my first generation iPhone and find his favorite song to play it. So that's
a very smart kid.
Yeah. Actually, it's average. Later I found many kids can do so. So the design language is first to be understood, then the human language. So I realized that technology, latest technology, if it's well designed, it could be very accessible even for small kids. But today's education of innovation and technology, ironically, they are far behind the time. Just take a look at the products today. They are either too complicated to use or lack of the latest technology, especially the IoT, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence, which made some huge leaps in the past few years. So I realized the problem, because the time has changes. Kids have to learn AI, because AI is going to reform the society. I don't want to say if AI is good or evil, but it's for sure, it's going to make huge impact to the society. And our kids must be ready for that. That's the origin of the idea.
So you want to introduce them early to AI?
Yes.
Okay, walk me through how the product introduces them to AI, how Tinkamo introduces them to AI early.
Okay, so I bring a very little demo with my prototype. So this is a Tinkamo building blocks module. It's a servo. It can pivot to certain angles.
So then you've got your iPad, which connects to the device.
Yes, because it's wireless, using Bluetooth low energy. So on the iPad, you can simply find the module. And you can...
Here, turn the iPad the other way so everybody can see that, who's watching. Okay, so then, but here's the question I have. You have all these pieces, they're all connected via Bluetooth at the same time?
Yes.
And that doesn't create interference?
No problem, because
okay.
Bluetooth is designed to solve these problems. So I have drag the visual module of the servo into the iPad canvas. It's what you see and what you get. So I swipe through the slider, and you see the servo is pivoting, just as the graphics.
You know what I like about this is that I loved Legos as a kid, but the one thing I didn't like about them was once you built them, what did you do with them? You had to really use your imagination, which is good. Kids need to. But they didn't do anything. I had to do everything for them. And I like the idea that I could use buttons and control things. All right, so now I'm starting to learn that I can do things with this.
Yes, and Lego is a very important thing I designed to be compatible, because every kid loves Lego, every kid has Lego. So
you can actually take a Lego brick and attach it. And there were no patents on that from Lego that said you couldn't do this?
Lego's patent of this kind of stuff have expired many years ago. So this like an open source standard of physical building blocks. So I made up something, I don't know whatever it is, but it can...
Right, there are definitely Lego pieces on there.
Yeah. And the most magical part is that I mentioned that we are AI powered. So right now I want to demonstrate the voice command. It will recognize my voice and trigger something.
So you're gonna train it to recognize your voice, or it already recognizes it because you've programmed it already?
Right now, I will just recognize my voice, and I will say something, say a greeting in Chinese, and see what it reacts. Say, 你好吗? 你好吗?
Ni hao is hello, right?
Yeah, 你好吗 is how are you? Yeah.
Oh,
so
I
it
see
starts to move and start to greet in English.
Dave, are we getting that on camera? Excellent. Wow, look at that. It's making a greeting. So it knows what to do based on you're saying hello or welcome.
Yeah. So basically, hence even small kids from 5+, they can harness the power of AI and IoT to create some crazy ideas of their own.
How are you is what it was. How are you? Is that correct? You said, how are you?
Yes.
Okay. I said, welcome, hello. I gave you every other term in the vernacular. That's very cool. And so I guess children can learn, and they learn a little bit about coding, and then they can keep building and keep building. And are there all sorts of different control devices?
Yes. We are going to launch in March at Kickstarter, and there will be 6 different modules, many sensors and actuators and controls.
You realize Lego has a huge adult community.
Yes.
That this could be a huge platform in that adult community too.
Yes, it will take their play experience to a whole new level.
You're kickstarting this in March.
March.
And what's the price point?
The price will be $99, $199, and $299.
Okay.
And I will also sell single modules at the price of $20 to $30.
So it starts in March, and then people will get it when? How long will it take to ship?
3 months to go.
3 months?
I will deliver
by June?
in June. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You've got all the manufacturing set up already?
Yes.
And you've got all the designs done?
Yes.
How long did it take you to create all this? I mean, the first generation iPhone was when you came up with the idea. Is that when you started working on it? That's about 10 years ago already.
Yes. Actually, the idea came from 2 years ago. And when I started to make on the very first prototype.
2 years ago, you still had a first generation iPhone.
The idea, the concept.
Yeah.
And more than 1 year ago, I created the very first prototype, the functional prototype. And right now, we are developing the second generation of prototypes. It will be much more versatile and cost-effective.
Okay, so this is what you're selling on Kickstarter, and you're already working on version 2.
Yes.
Is the version 2 for Kickstarter, or is version 1 for Kickstarter?
The version 2 is what we are going to launch on Kickstarter.
Okay,
yes.
so the people will get version 2.
Yes.
That's very cool. And where do you see this going in the future? What other things? I saw you had a lot of maps on there, or different, I don't know what you would call it, like game boards.
Yes. Yes. And I believe that in a few years, maybe 3 or 5 years, all the traditional toys will transform to the smart toys. It sounds maybe impossible to some bodies, but just take a look back. When the first smartphone is out, people don't believe that this kind of smartphone will dominate the market. But finally, everyone adopted the smartphone.
Well, I agree and disagree. We do a lot with Toy Fair, and I think that in doing Toy Fair, we've learned that children actually do need some time disconnected from devices to use their imagination with things like Lego that aren't smart or connected, with things like blocks. They need eye-hand coordination, motor skills, all sorts of stuff that you can get through this, but you don't get as much because you're more focused on the electronics and the AI and all that stuff.
I agree with you in certain points. So I don't think, unlike the smartphone, will kill the traditional feature phones. I think for the toys, the traditional toys will coexistence with the smart toys. But smart toys as a must-have as the time.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely. I agree with that, and it's good. It's a very good learning experience, like you said, early on for a child from the beginning to get in touch with AI and start working with AI and understand AI, start thinking that way on their brain.
And another important insight I have is just take a look at the CES. You see many AI products in this CES. Most of them are consumer products. It's designed to be consumed. And look at our kids. They are playing with smartphones, games, and they are using smart home devices. They are very immersed with AI and these kind of new technologies, but they are just a pure consumer of that. For our adults, we are too much brainwashed by the consumerism,
sure.
But it's not good for our kids.
Right.
We need them to create instead of just consuming technologies. So this is what I want to do.
Especially, I think in Asia, especially in the United States too, there's a lot of materialism, is there not?
Yes.
Too much.
Too much.
I agree.
Because people are getting fast money. They are just kind of new money. They certainly have the ability to purchase best products from all over the world. So they are overwhelming by these consumerism things. And the easiest way a parent to deal with kids is, okay, I buy you some new toys, I buy you some smart things, and I give you an iPad. So
is this something that children can play with other friends and with their parents? Because I think that is a really important thing is to have the social experience and the communication.
Yes, another important design perspective is the tangible and the sociable, because our module is purely wireless. So if I'm playing, just saying I'm playing with an iPad, and my friend came, he can only watch me or just try to take my iPad and play just one kid's play and the other kid's just watching. But for Tinkamo, I can easily share these modules with my friend. For example, I'm playing with a remote control car with claw or with a machine gun. But my friends come, I can share a module with him. So we can play maybe tower defense. I drive and he shoot me and I avoid. So you can develop with as more and more kids involved.
Do you believe in things happen for a reason? Because I think you're 100% right, but this song is perfectly apropos for this moment. It takes two to make a thing go right, as we're talking about having two friends play and the importance of socializing children. I think that's really awesome, and I'm glad you thought of that, and that was my biggest question for you. Congratulations on this, and everyone should look out for it. What's the website?
My website is tinkamo.com, Tinkamo.com.
Tinkamo.com. Good luck, congratulations, and I'm sure we'll hear from you when you have the Kickstarter up. I'm Michael, you're the Terrifics, he's Jam. We're going to jam to commercial right now. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.